So once you're at this stage, this is where I'd recommend you try it on, just see how it's fitting. If these shoulders feel way too big on you, then I would actually cut the sleeves off, and we can address that later. But if you're keeping the sleeves on, what I would say is figure out roughly what sort of length you want them to be. I quite like a short sleeve on this blouse, but I also want enough room to roll back and maybe add some elastic in if the sleeve is too wide. So I know a standard sleeve length from shoulder to cuff would be about 7 inches for me. And that still feels quite short. So I'm gonna add on 1.5 inches just to be on the safe side. And now I'll use my chalk and just mark that there. Our sleeve is not gonna go straight down this way, 8.5 inches all the way from the shoulder. So what I would recommend here is if you have a pattern or an old shirt or t-shirt, you can kind of get that out and you can see how the pattern is gonna go straight across here rather than at an angle following 8 inches from the armhole. So we can actually use again our striped fabric here. Because it's a really well-made shirt, all the stripes are on the grain line. So we want our cuff of our shirt to be perpendicular to the grain line. And then I know that that's quite a good sleeve length. But if I was feeling a little bit unsure, I might cut it a little bit longer, and I can always cut off more, but I can't add it back on that easily. And I will probably use this for my tie front straps later on. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. So you can either fold over your shirt and line it all up, or you could just mark it again. I'm gonna try and line it up this way. And doing upcycling kind of really gives you an idea of how patterns work. So you can kind of see here that the sleeve pattern goes an inward scoop and then an outward scoop, and that helps to create the shape of the arm. So taking apart your clothes sometimes can give you some real insight on how to cut your own projects and even trace garments so that you can get the same fit on a different fabric. I'm just gonna cut that off. So now we have a short-sleeved shirt, no pockets, and a raw edge hemline.